Which god? Do you know?
Một ta đâu khoe được khoe violet khoe bể, giờ coi 벌자 저래고.
벌자대요.
Một ta đâu khoe bể,
아들.
하지 그 이거.
When the baby like cries a lot, they come around and pray to let it stop.
벌자 뭐가? 벌자 건져.
벌자 건져.
벌자 건져. 아? 벌자 건져.
Here we are at the Wasila Garden restaurant in Bhaktapur. It's right near the entrance. So if you are here, it's not really too high price for tourists. It's kind of moderately priced, a little bit more than local. And now tell me about yourself. Now, how do you say your name again?
Oh, hello. So I'm Paris, and I have been working as a local guide here. You can see our badge. So if you come in Bhaktapur and if you see someone wearing this type of dress and like they have this types of badge and like a license like this, then they are the authorized guide.
Very nice. Otherwise, you know, sometimes there's what we call touts.
Yeah, sure.
And they hang out at the immigration office, post office, and they just want a little bribe. And I think sometimes you can get in trouble with people like that. And if you do, who are you going to complain to? And one thing I get upset about is when the tourists don't pay for entrance. And I know it is expensive, but maybe you can tell us how a person could come back and save money.
Oh, so it's like this. So actually, everybody have to pay entrance fee here. So it difference is like SAARC countries and for Chinese people, they have to just pay 500 rupees, and for other people, like they have to pay 1500. And also, like we also think it's a lot, but definitely. But if you come inside and see the heritage, it's not a lot money, because the money like you are paying, like we utilize that for rebuilding the heritage site.
Yeah.
So that's why like even you pay, don't worry, your money has not been like misutilized. If you are here to stay longer, just like if you are here for like more than 1 year, like 1 month or 1 week, we have in the tourist counter, they have facilities of make your facilities to keep the valid date of the ticket. So first you pay 1500 rupee for foreigners, and then what you do is like ask them that you are staying here for more than 1 day, and they will validate your ticket. So that ticket, after that you can use it for like any time.
But like for a week,
For a
right?
week.
Or did they change it? Is that the maximum still?
No.
And then you have to bring 2 passport pictures?
Yeah, it's like so. If you want to validate your ticket, so go to the ticket counter and ask them that you want how many days you want to stay.
Right.
And that validity, like the maximum validate date is the like date of your visa, up to your
Okay,
visa. Yeah.
right.
And then first you should have your photocopy of your passport, and then you need your photos, and then
2
they will make a
photos.
ID card, and if you have a pass, and then you can like use it as a ticket. But if you are staying for only 1 week, then you don't need to make a pass.
Right.
Just like in the ticket and outside, they will write like 1 week, and then you don't need like extra pass. You don't
Oh,
need
that's
photos or
nice.
anything.
Saves time.
Yeah, but you don't forget to bring your passport. And if you don't like forget the passport, but if you have photo also, then it will work. No problem.
Yeah. And in Nepal, you don't have to carry your passport around with you. A copy is usually fine.
Yeah, but you
Banking and immigration, the only exceptions. Everybody else will take a picture.
Yeah, but like it's like I think it's a good idea to take a picture, because everybody carries a mobile phone in their hand.
Yeah, yeah. You take a picture of it and put it on your cell phone.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Absolutely. That makes it a nice way.
Yeah.
But you still need a hard copy if you're going to stay longer than a week. Then you'd need a hard copy
Yeah,
of your...
photocopy one.
Yeah.
You need
I
photocopies.
suggest people make, maybe 5 copies
Yeah.
for their state, depending on what they're going to be doing. You're always needing to know your grandfather's name.
Yeah.
Your
And also, like,
grandfather's name. I'm 66. And they asked me what's my grandfather's name. So, what are some of the things you like to show tourists?
mostly in Bhaktapur. So actually it depends on how much time you have also. Because sometimes what happens is like first as a guide, like I ask them how much time you have to visit here. So it depends on their time.
Like for a one day, what do you like to show
So
them?
for one day, like here, mostly we have 4 different square here. Just like in other places, like in Kathmandu Durbar Square and Patan, so you can only visit 1 square. But like here, we have like 4 square to visit.
Yeah.
So starting with like we go to Bhaktapur Durbar Square. So Durbar Square is the first one. So and then second, like we have Tomadi Square. So in the Tomadi Square, you can see a tallest temple, and we call it Natapola, the 5-story temple. And thirdly, we have Dattatreya Square. So mostly in other places, what you see is like will be 1 temple and 1 god. But in Dattatreya Square, there is one single temple for 3 main god.
Yeah.
Like Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, you definitely know.
Yeah.
And then like last square is Pottery Square. So in the Pottery Square, still the people are conducting their family business of making like clay pots and everything. So these are the main 4 square, and mostly like it takes a lot of time to visit in Durbar Square area, because we have the Golden Gate and we have like 4 main pilgrimage sites we call Char Dham, and then we have just like a Vatsala restaurant, we have Vatsala Durga temple, and some of the heritage are still affected by the earthquake. So
Yeah.
reconstructions are still going on.
Yeah, but they're doing very well.
Yeah,
Many
of
of the
course,
temples, many of the temples are rebuilt now. You know, a lot of tourists that I've met through the years, they really upset me a little beyond what it should. They don't want to pay the Bhaktapur fee, and it's 1,500 rupee.
Yeah, like it's a little expensive.
But you know, I think it would help if they think of it as a donation. They're coming to this country, and it is a poor country. I believe it's a good thing to leave a donation, and that's a good way to do it. But tell me now, what happens? They say, "Oh, corruption. I'm not dealing with corruption. That's corruption."
But actually, like paying entrance fee, like it directly goes to like it is collected by municipality offices, and it directly goes for public benefits, and so you don't need to worry about that you are spending money for corruption or etc. That 1,500 rupee you pay as entrance fee, the municipality are using it for good purpose. So if you come in Bhaktapur and see, so Bhaktapur is the most cleanest city in Nepal here. So if, you don't see any dirt here, like a little bit more, but it is the cleanest city in the Nepal. And another thing is like we have lots of government schools around here, and the municipality are like donating that money for building schools, like hospitals. And also most of the heritage sites now in the earthquake time in the 2015, let me remind you that we had a very big earthquake. So lots of the heritages it get damaged, and so they are spending that ticket amount to building that. And it's still like some are still in reconstruction phase, and they are spending that money for that. And another thing is that most they are spending it for public educations also. And most importantly, our Bhaktapur is a heritage city, and we have lots of cultures, and so they are spending that money to to encourage people to save their cultures. So nowadays the young generations, they are not involving in cultural activities. So the municipality, they are encouraging them by giving them prizes, giving them free training, and for example they are buying old instrument and giving them to some community music groups, so that they can continue their work to preserve the heritages and cultures. So in each month we have somehow one festival around here in Bhaktapur.
Yeah,
like people wearing a god and goddesses masks, they dance around the street, and they are that dance and musics are being held by the government fund. So that's it.
One time, I was going down the street on the back of somebody's motorcycle, and I see everybody crowding around this little tractor. And we stopped, and what it was this calf. And it had extra 2 legs growing out of its back, you know?
Yeah, like,
and so everybody was worshiping this calf. And I was so excited. I put money on the altar, but it was such a different concept because in America, if a calf is born like that, a lot of times they just kill it.
Yeah, it's just like
Because
some kind
it's
of disabilities.
Yeah, it's disabled, it's deformed. But here, it's special. And everybody was worshiping this little calf, and it was so beautiful. And by worship, it's not the same as like in Christianity.
Yeah, actually, like, you know, like in Hindu culture, like we have God for everything, like
Yeah.
mostly. So we have like sun, we take sun, moon, even like wind and fire as a god.
Tell us a little bit about, you said there were 3
Mostly
styles
3 styles, one.
of
Like
architecture.
architectures, yeah. So we have 3 different types of architecture styles. So first one is pagoda, and in the pagoda is just like a roof type. So you see like roof and roof above it. And secondly, we have a sikhara. So sikhara is like sikhar in Nepali language. It means mountain shape.
Oh.
So if you see some temples made from stones and it is like ascending up, then it is a sikhara one. And mostly sikhara is like copied from South India. So if you visit South India, like you can see like most of the temples are in sikhara style. So this is not definitely original from Nepal.
This
It's
would
from
be like
India.
stone.
Yeah,
and they're the
mostly from
stone
stone.
ones.
And then the last one is like mostly everyone knows is the stupa style. So stupa is like a half dome and half semicircle. So mostly the Buddhists in the Buddhist monasteries, you see this type of thing, like stupa architecture one. And the like in the pagoda one, like in China also they have pagoda style one. So but the difference between pagoda and Nepal, like Chinese pagoda and Nepali pagoda is like, if you see the Chinese pagoda, it is like a little bit long rectangular shape and they have like curve on the end. But in Nepalese pagoda, we don't have curve.
Oh, that's
it's just
right.
straight.
Yeah. Very nice. How to know if it's real? Do you know how to know if it's real? Not a good way to do it at all. No, it's just what you do is you take your lighter and you take one little strand
Yeah, I know about
and you burn it. And if it makes a ball, it's not
Also like
real.
it smells like a plastic one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in Nepali we call it haili. So here is like money bar. So it is a unique one.
Somebody told me they call him a prosper bag.
Oh, so you put something like something give it as
Yeah.
But normally like we this one we
The
as a
ladies-
money purse, yeah. So,
Yeah, the ladies do
So
it and they
what
come
you do
from
have to like have the same end like this,
Yeah.
and it will get closed.
Yeah.
If you want to open it, you can open.
Yeah.
And then mostly we wear a sari or something, just like that.
Yeah, and they wear the thing all around.
Yeah.
I imagine it all the money.
Yeah. So it's like a formal.
Here's one of my best tips. If you want to get a good price in the marketplace, stop by one of these places if you're a man and get yourself a Nepali lamp. So if anybody wants to see any more, they're going to have to either come and explore on their own,
Yeah, we have lots of things to see.
or give her an email, or give her father a call.
So, what about Nepal? Please like and subscribe this channel for more videos.